I need the audio to be louder, right? Hmm. Yeah, maybe somewhere here. Everything's done. Okay. Oi. Oi. Hello, Blue. Is the audio okay? On the main menu, at least. So this game, right? I have no idea what it's about. I got recommended this game by a friend of mine, and I haven't got a chance to play it. But then, here I am, finally. But yeah, is the audio okay, or is it too loud or too soft? I figured somewhere around here is fine, right? I figure. You know what struck me out? You know how the previous game we played, Spirit Hunter, it got sounds a bit soft with my voice. Okay. Uh, so what's it called? Um, Spirit Hunter got the warning of like being a mature game, right? So does this game, and that worries me. Is this better now? Or is it still a bit soft? Because I know for the previous game it was kind of loud. Then I softened it up on my end, like on my headphones. I can go more actually. It's better. Okay, I'll just keep it there then. Okay, let's start. Autosave data exists. Continues over. Yes, I haven't played this game. What are you talking about? Hello? Normal. Suitable for players who are not familiar with this type of game. They'll be given hints in red text to help you navigate through levels. You may change difficulty level at any time to challenge yourself. What is this game about? A wonderful world is now open in front of you. Enjoy your... What? The natural gifts of logic reductions. There will be no hints given in red text as an advanced player. You may still change the difficulty. Let's be real. Let's be real. We're a bit of a detective, right? So let's go lunatic. You know, okay, there's an urban legend. Write your troubles down on a note. Hold it in your hand at midnight and pray. God, please, help me. Then God will hear your plea and change your fate. It was only a legend though. It has gone viral for a brief period of time. Except from the modern urban legends. Interesting. They weren't lying on saying it's like still like a detective game. My head hurts. Where am I? What happened? Oh, you finally woke up. I've been waiting for so long. I was beginning to worry that you might never wake up. It's a talking dog? And you are my neighbor's my neighbor's dog, Fluffy? My pet? Hmm. Let's not assume his name. My pet? Must stay calm. How dare you call me a pet? Do I look like a pet? Well, kinda. I'm your servant, don't you remember? Servant? Servant? What is this dog going on about? Am I having a dream? Servant as in, you could help me fetch the newspaper? Have you lost your memories? Lost my memories? Yeah, you fell down the sky. The sky? You fell down the stairs yesterday. Then you passed out. I thought you might have hit your head. It feels like I had hit my head. I fell? But my head doesn't hurt anymore, and there's like no bruising. Anyway, let's settle down a bit. How about a quick rest? Let's give them a voice. I'm still big, not my usual voice. How the dog sound? Ow. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Now, look into my big, beautiful eyes and tell me, what is my name? Uh, Fluffy? Fluffy my ass. Well, I guess you really did lose your memories. My name is Will. Sometimes I go by Willie, and other times William. Willie, huh? Yes, Willie. Willy Wonka? No! It's just Willie. I don't own a chocolate factory, also. Don't you know that chocolate is dangerous for dogs? Oh wait, I'm not a dog. Oh boy, it seems worse than I thought. Listen to me carefully. I'm not a dog, and you're not a human. That, that doesn't sound right. We are gods. What? Yes, that's right. We are gods. How did how did you know what I was thinking just now? I'm a god, of course. Of course I know. As gods, it's our job to change the fate of the humans who ask for our help. Humans encounter all kinds of trouble in their lives, and sometimes they pray to us, hoping for miracles, as they call them. We can help them to grant their wishes. Or maybe not. It's up to you, of course. Wait. Stop babbling so fast. I don't understand what you're saying at all. I'm not babbling, you're just too slow. You know what? Let's start with job orientation, shall we? Come over here, it's time to do some work. Hold on. Are we starting already? I still have a clue on what's going on. Besides, didn't you just tell me that we're gods? Why do gods have to work? Don't lie to me just because I've lost my memories. I'm, I'm not lying. In any case, if you don't finish this work, we won't have any dinner tonight. Fine. See that small box? That is also red? That is a message from a human today. Alright, let's see what she has got herself into this time. I wanna go home, okay? My name is Li Wen. I'm a senior at Yingnan High School. Today I went to a nearby court to play tennis for the first time since I had moved to my new place. Lost memories, not again, yup. It was a very poorly maintained court, so I guess hardly anyone ever uses it. The light over the tennis court is maintained by some of the residents themselves. The dim light bulb kept making a buzzing noise. 1, 2, 3. I had just hit all 30 of the balls that I had, so I picked up the now empty basket. I walked to the other side of the court and collected the balls before hitting them all again. No one else was on the tennis court. All I could hear was the sound of the balls hitting my racket and then bouncing off the ground. The light bulb flickered twice and went out. I picked up most of the balls and left the court, walking towards a small alley. I had walked through it earlier on my way to the court. The alley was always dark, no matter what time of day it was. I kept humming to myself quietly in my head, just to be less scared. It's so relatable. I arrived at my apartment and suddenly realized that my keys were not in my pockets anymore. I tried to think back. Where would have I left it? I must have left them at the tennis court. If the light hadn't suddenly gone out, I would have noticed that they were gone on me. Well, this kinda sucked. It was too late to go back to court, not to mention that I might even be able to find the keys without any light. The desk lamp was on the manager's office and as was the radio, but nobody was there. I stood outside the window and waited for a long time. But Uncle Sun, who was supposed to be on duty tonight, never showed up. The motion sensor lights in the hallway kept turning on and off every few minutes. I was beginning to feel a little scared. A late night talk show was on. The hosts were talking about a popular urban legend that also been making the rounds at school. They said that if you wrote a note to God in the middle of the night, then God would solve all your problems for you. Jing was really into this stuff. Well, if such God truly exists, maybe he or she could help unlock the door for me? Wouldn't it be better for me to, I don't know, find you your key and just magically make it appear in your pockets or something? Or make Uncle Son come back to the office soon? Please, please, Li Wen. Okay, so she was playing tennis alone. It's nighttime. She went back and forth, pick up balls, put them in the container again. Rinse repeat. And then when she went back, you passed through the hallway, the alleyway, which was always dark no matter what. They were scared, but they kept humming just to keep themselves calm. The reason they went back was that the lights would always turn off and on. Well, that's one of the unnatural occurrences they noticed. And once they reached back, they couldn't open the door because they lost their keys. And they assumed it's at the tennis court, but it might have been in the alleyway also. Okay, start. Well, do people always write to gods just because they forgot their keys? Or, not always, no. But humans are exceptionally annoying, so you'll see a lot more random nonsense of all kinds in the future. Forget about why she asked for help now. Let's take a look at how we may help her. Now, use this pattern I just gave you. We can slice this letter into several pieces. Now see, some of these pieces are black, then some are white. To prevent logical chaos, some of these big pieces cannot be moved. These pieces are designated in black. Meanwhile, the white pieces can be moved anywhere, with one exception. No white piece can go past the first and last piece. Not I said first and last is like the black pieces, right? Now that you understand okay, I'm done with the voice. I just want to play the game. Now that you understand the limitation in this moving these pieces, you may feel free to move the white pieces around. After you rearrange the white pieces, these events will happen exactly as you want in a human world. If your for rearrangement has altered, the previous casual links within the events, naturally the ending of the letter will be changed. Well, that's about it. What? Are you telling me I could just change what has happened to the human by moving this sentence around? Exactly. Isn't it straightforward? Oh gosh, that is so awesome. Can you do it too? Only the person who is holding the pen is capable of doing this. And besides, I can't write with a pen. Go ahead, give it a try. Once you make your decision, just select OK. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3. I had hit all 30 of the balls that I had, so I picked up a new empty basket, walked to the other side of the court, collected all the balls before hitting them all again. No one was around at the tennis court. All I could hear was the sound of balls hitting my racket and bouncing off. The light bulbs flickered and went out. I picked up most of the balls and left the court, walking towards the small alley I had walked through earlier. Yup, let's pick this one. How do I... How do I edit this? Hello? I click OK. What happens if I click OK? No, what? Click and drag? Oh! Yeah, you're right. Oh, where? Do I have to... Oh, I can't throw them away. I just have to reorganize them. So no matter what, an event has to happen. Right? The alleyway was always dark to begin with, and with the light gone, it had become pitch black. I couldn't even see my hands in front of my face. I kept having a feeling that something's going to happen. Scenes from horror movies and homicide shows I've seen suddenly flashed through my head. As I was too scared, I turned around and picked another, longer way home. The detour was a crowded and lively street. There's a lot of people hanging out and waiting in the front of the bars, and a lot of arcades were still open. I was planning to head straight home and go to bed, but I saw the latest version of a stuffed Sir Spotty through the window of an arcade. Hey, there's some text highlighted in blue here. That means it's a term archived in our dictionary. The human letter often includes some special terms related to their day-to-day lives. These terms will be highlighted. Since we are gods, there's nothing that we don't understand. Therefore, whenever we encounter one of these strange terms of definition, strange terms, the definition for them will automatically appear in our dictionary. We may either select the highlighted blue text to see the explanation of the specific term, or browse all of the archived terms in the dictionary. By the way, similar to the dictionary, we also have a record of profiles of everyone who has written to us. All you do is select their header pictures in the letter selection screen and read about them. Oh wow, being a god is so convenient. Sir Spotty, a cartoon cat character by British artist Kevin Clifford, quickly became a global phenomenon because of its unique style and laser-sharp eyes. Its success lifted Clifford out of poverty and made him a worldwide sensation overnight. According to Kevin, the inspiration of the character came to him during a short trip. Unfortunately, it was not for sale. I had to get it out of the claw machine. And I'm not very good at those. I spent almost all the cash I had on me, and it didn't even come close. Miss, we're about to close. Please check your belongings and don't leave anything behind. I lowered my head in disappointment. I noticed that there was a bottle of some kind of drink on a counter that had appeared out of nowhere. Perhaps someone had forgotten it there. I picked it up and threw it in the trash on my way out. I got home and turned on the light. All of the bottles I had moved in 2 days ago were still lying all over the floor. Tomorrow I'll unpack them tomorrow. Yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. Not now. I'm too exhausted. At least the shower felt great. I got out of the shower, climbed into the bed, and immediately fell asleep. Good night. I was about to say, if they somehow lost the key again, I'll be annoyed. Look, because what you did now is an alley that has a broken light bulb instead of a tennis court. Therefore, the girl would not have left her keys at the dark. Yeah, even though it was only a tiny change, you have indeed changed her fate. More importantly, you might have changed more than what we are seeing right now. The impact of this tiny event could last for a long time, even influence her entire life. A chain reaction like this is what we call the butterfly effect in the human world. We still can't be certain of how big the impact of her future is going to be, but keep in mind that our power has a potentially dangerous side to it. We must never abuse it. Understood. Well, we are done with this letter. Let's go back and see if there are more. Being a god is so easy. Don't get so excited now. You can still fall on the stairs and lose your memory yet, you know? You're not immortal. I fetched the letters for you up until now. From now on, you should be getting your own letters. I placed a mailbox at the bottom left corner of the screen. Wait, can't you just do it for me? If the flag is up by the mailbox, it means that there's a new letters inside. Did you hear the sound ding ding just now? That's new letter notifications. Whenever you hear it, that means some new letters have arrived. If you process all the letters at hand, go and check the mailbox. Got it. Last words. Roses and dolls. Oh boy. I think Li Wen is so basic. Let's go with her first. How is this connected? Okay, we know Li Wen is a character already, right? It's Rahmi, so we'll do this first. Sometimes we might see multiple messages from two or more people at the same time. Humans do. Why do humans have so many problems? In cases like this, you have to read through both messages in one breath before you can start clicking on them. What are you doing? I want to see how long I can hold my breath for. I don't think I could finish two letters in one breath. It's just a metaphor. Well, what should I do to find the other letter after reading the first one? I was reading one letter, you might see the next letter option. Whenever you need to switch between the two letters, just use the next letter button to switch back and forth. Okay, I'll start now. It had been 10 years. I had been cursed since the incident. Every time I picked up my paintbrush, my would start tormenting me, wreaking havoc. For 10 years, I hadn't been able to paint anything. I was suffering, and I deserved it. By now, I had spent all my savings, yet I was still alive. My friend was kind enough to set me up with a teaching job at a high school, teaching art class. I would start tomorrow. It wasn't particularly well paid for someone who had been living without power, water, or heat in his apartment. He was like a burning pit of charcoal in the middle of a blizzard. I was really grateful to my friend. Ironically, I had just bought myself some charcoal earlier today. I thought I might be able to leave something worthwhile to the world as a painter before I died. Yes, I wanted to make one of those final masterpieces. I set up my easel. 1 hour passed, 2 hours, 3 hours. I had put down my brush. Even if I managed to paint something, how would it be different from all the other garbage in this room? It would just be another piece of soulless trash. Just like me. All trash. I poured the coal into the basin and put it in the bedroom floor. I put on my best clothes. I carefully made my bed. And I lit the coals. I tried the door knob and realized that the door was not locked. I chuckled. That was careless of me. I double checked all the doors and windows, making sure that they had been locked and sealed. I couldn't take any chances. You know, what was I thinking? If I had drawn my final masterpiece and still wanted to smoke the room out with a potential fire hazard, no one would have seen it anyways. I laid down on my bed. All I could see was her face. Here I come, honey. Sorry for making you wait so long. I'm ready. Please take me away. Wen Zhaoren. Next letter. Okay. The apartment I'm building I just moved into was quite old. It didn't have any elevator, so I had to climb the stairs every day. As usual, it was already past midnight and I got back from the tennis practice. I noticed something at my doors as soon as I walked into the fourth floor hallway. Was that a bouquet of roses? And the Sir Spotty toy had seen in the arcade a few days ago? Oh my god, stalker? I had a sudden sinking feeling of anxiety. I had been getting strange emails starting the day before yesterday. This was the first one. I've been watching you for a long time. Right back to me. God, that's so gross. At first, I thought maybe someone had sent it to the wrong address by accident, or it could have been some random phishing email, so I didn't pay any attention to it. But the next day, I received another one. Please write back to me. I still have no idea what those weird symbols mean. How could you not? They're emoticons. And whoever had written this email seemed to think that we know each other. My cell phone suddenly buzzed in my pocket. I had a new email. I clicked on the email app with a shaking finger. We shall finally meet soon. Oh my god. We could. I couldn't understand the symbols at all, but the words in the middle. All of a sudden, I felt a chill down my back, as if I was being watched by someone or something. But my body had frozen and I didn't dare to turn around. I looked into the reflection in the glass of the window in front of me, trying to see if there was anything behind me. There wasn't. Just being paranoid. Still, I decided to go and spend the night at Jinx's place, just in case. I walked towards the staircase, but then I heard it, footsteps, coming upstairs, closer and closer. Who could it be at this late hour? Could it be the one who had written those emails? Oh no, and the other guy is like, he locked the doors, made sure everything's shut and like, one thing's to end already, right? I immediately turned around and ran back towards my apartment. But I live alone. What if they broke in? He would force me to the corner, pull a chainsaw out of behind him and cut me to pieces. Okay. Oh god, no. I stopped at the door of my neighbor, room 414. I choose you. Help me. No matter how hard I knocked, nothing happened. I tried not to cry so much that I wouldn't be heard, but tears were streaming down my face. Calm down, Liwen. The footsteps stopped at the false door and were now moving towards me. There was only one more corner between us. It was too late for me to hide in my own apartment for now. I held my tennis racket up. I swung it down as hard as I could, with my eyes closed when the person arrived at the corner. The person I had hit wobbled and fell down the stairs. It was Uncle Sam. He seemed to be going around the building and picking up the trash. Uncle Sam was lying down on the ground, and he was not moving at all. Oh my god, what have I done? Please help me, please, please, Leo. Okay, of course it's a false alarm. Okay, let's start. When there's more than one letter, the white pieces can be moved left and right as well, in addition to up and down. Since it will impact the fate of both people, you must be careful when making decisions. That's... Is this a tutorial? Why it's so easy? Only one option? Okay. Let me select the start. I expect more from Lunatic, man. Please take me away. What was that noise? I struggled up. I struggled to sit up on my bed. My head felt like it was going to explode. Damn it. It's still longer. I would have been all over. Whoever had made that noise, be it a burglar or utility guy, I would never forgive them. Excuse me, sorry for the intrusion. I sneaked into my neighbor's apartment. It was completely dark inside and smelled funny. It was so hard to breathe in this apartment. I wonder who would live in such a place. I shut the door right behind me. And they knocked over some jars that were shelved next to the door, and they made some very loud noises. Still, nobody responded. I suppose there really wasn't anyone at home. I looked out for the peephole while I held my breath. A thin old humpbacked man walked by the door, with an empty plastic bottle by his hand. He was just Uncle Sam, the manager. Whew. This one's easy too, exactly, right? As Shakespeare once said, security is mortal's chiefest enemy, which could mean that the that overconfidence is a man's greatest enemy. What? Who? Shakespeare. He is the one of the greatest writer in human history. Overconfidence is the man's greatest enemy. Well, but I am no man. Neither am I, right? Then, you remember this person's name? Or Wen Zhao? I have it on the tip of my tongue. Wen Zhao, right? I knew it. Okay. Okay, I may have bad memory, but get your point. It's only easy because you are just getting started. You'll see soon enough. Done. What does yellow star mean? When you see yellow star, that means you've unlocked all possible endings to that particular event. Oh, should I try to collect all the yellow stars? Oh no, that won't be necessary. Our job is just to help humans with their troubles. No matter how many times you try or how many endings you unlock, for the humans there's only one ending to each story that they will never know. So it doesn't really matter whether or not you unlock all the endings. In that case, what's the star there for? Well, I know you're asking me, but the achievements. To be honest, I don't really know. Farewell. Okay, Wen Zhao then. Somebody had ruined my plan. I'm so sad and depressed. Damn it. I sat down and realized I could barely stand. The entire room was spinning. Felt so nauseated that I almost threw up. No longer could have seen her again. The room was completely dark since I hadn't been able to pay utility bill for a while. I lifted my foot and tried to take a step, but I tripped over my easel. The brushes and paints fell all over the place. I crouched down and slowly started to pick them up again. It took me a while I was so exhausted. I put out the fire and opened the window. I stumbled upon my flashlight and pressed the button. Ow! I heard a deafening explosion. Was that a gas explosion? I thought I saw a slender figure of somebody fall down in the fire before I passed out. When I woke up, the doctor told me there was a 17-year-old girl who had been sent to the hospital along with me. She hadn't made it. No! Fortunately, however, I was still alive. I had a third-degree burn all over my body. I lost my right arm, and I couldn't speak. I couldn't even do something as simple as ask the girl's name. Why? Why didn't you just kill me instead? Wen Zhaoran. I put out the fire and opened the window. I stumbled upon my flashlight and pressed the button. I lifted my foot and tried to take a step, but I tripped over the easel and brush. I crouched down slowly and picked them up again. It took me a while. So, yeah, this sounds right. Something's missing. Is it disappear when the subject of the action described in the piece is no longer active? It's not only confined to the sender of the letter, but it could also be because someone mentioned the. Again, it depends. I stumbled on my flash and pressed the button. I put out the fire. This? Oh, we can't really send that. I held up my flashlight. I made sure everything had been picked up and then walked towards the doorway. Someone had just shut the door. I hurried up. However, there was nothing there except a broken, worthless ceramic pot on the floor. I opened the door and looked outside into the hallway. There was no one there either. I went back in, saw the remaining coals, and the smoke that was still lingering in the room. I could still continue with the plan. I lit the coals again and closed the window. I climbed back into my bed. I felt my consciousness leaving me as I started to enter another world. What? It's getting harder already. Okay, so this. Hmm. This. The night breeze was coming in through the window. I had to take a deep breath, but I couldn't. Perhaps I spent too much time picking up those things earlier. Had I been poisoned? I had a flashlight in my hand and walked towards the doorway. I found a girl lying on the floor, unconscious. Had she been poisoned too? I suddenly remembered a news story about people who had killed their neighbors by accident while attempting suicide by burning coals. I wanted to go back and call an ambulance, but I could not breathe anymore. If I could at least open the door. I tried to reach for the handle, but it seemed to be getting farther away. What? Hmm. I cannot let him suicide practically. I need to make sure the girl don't leave. A little bit. Okay. You're reflexively stuck at raising hands again, Roku's. No, I am not. It's a gas explosion. There was no fire. I stumbled upon my flashlight and pressed a button. This didn't work, right? This wasn't they just pass out. If I do this, he commits suicide. Because this disappears. Because I put a flower on it. Yeah. This is how it started. I put up fire. Who's there? I pressed the button on my flashlight and hurried, and the white light almost blinded me. I saw a shadow fall to the ground. I quickly turned my light towards the sound and saw that it was a girl that I had never met before. I checked to see if she was still breathing. She was. I remember the school picnic during my junior high years. I had done the same thing to scare a girl in my class. She didn't faint even though I had done it intentionally. Kids today are so weak. I carried the girl into my ventilated bedroom, laid her down on my bed and pulled the sheet over. I went back into the living room and picked up my paintbrush. I just remember her panicking face when she saw me. I suddenly had a feeling that I could paint something special this time, and yet I just fell asleep with a brush in my hand while leaning against a wall. Wow, that was so scary. I don't want to see anything like that ever again. Well, if you don't want to see it, if you don't want to see it again, you can. While you're reading the letter, select replay to review the entire letter again. I wonder though, why can't we see all of these images? Aren't we just reading their letters? Technically, we're not actually receiving handwritten letters from the humans. You could think of these letters as manifestation of their will. That's why they include more than just text you're reading. Sometimes they will receive the image of what they see or even how they feel. Oh, that's amazing. But it was a bit more tricky. How did you feel? Oof, everything felt so unreal. Am I really God? Have I always been living here? And has the sky outside always been so red? It's even snowing outside. The weather is so weird. I have no memories of any of this. Is any of this real? Of course, don't worry about it. Your memories will come back to you slowly. Anyway, don't you think this job is perfect for you? And it isn't too hard either, is it? That's true. It is more interesting than I thought. Well, it is interesting indeed. It is also rather serious. From now on, I won't repeat myself anymore. Some of my previous instructions can be found in the help menu. The content in the help menu will also grow as you learn more about your job. However, you might not be able to find everything you need in there. For instance, if you forget or you pay attention to what I've told you, you might never be able to hear the end. So, the truly important information as you see here will be highlighted in orange text. Things in orange text are extremely important. When you see something in orange, you should slow down your reading and pay extra attention. Now, answer fast. Which of the following words are highlighted in orange in what I just said? Holy moly! I did not pay attention. Oh my god. He said every single one of these, but I did not remember which one. Come on. Brain juice. Extremely important. I think so. I knew it's going to happen. You have to remember the importance of every word in orange text. As long as you pay attention to them, they will be helpful in completing your task. In other words, if you don't, you're likely to get stuck in some of the more challenging tasks. We're going to restart the game now to teach you a lesson, so that you understand how serious I am. Wait! I was just kidding. Okay, you better be kidding. Say thank you because he has saved you. Slot 0 on the load page at the bottom left corner is an autosave point. It'll take you back to the most recent deal. Well, that's all for now. Goodbye, I hope to see you again. I'll be waiting. How did you feel? Oh, everything felt so unreal. Am I really God? Have I always been living here? And has the sky outside always been so red? Is it snowing outside? The weather is so weird. I have no memories of this. Is any of this real? Well, of course. Don't worry about it. Your memories will come back to you slowly. Anyway, don't you think this job is perfect for you? And this isn't too hard either, is it? That's true. It is more interesting than I thought. Oh, it is interesting indeed. It's so rather serious. From now on, I won't repeat myself anymore. Okay, dog. I got it. Mr. Will. Truly important information. Correct. The orange text, may appear not only in my words, but also occasionally in the human letters as well. The human letters might include text in other colors too, such as yellow and blue. The yellow text highlights digital messages in a text message or email, while the blue text highlights messages left in fact or note. The orange text, however, emphasizes something else. I'll explain to you later when you see it. You won't remember it all if I say too much right now. In the end, you just need to remember the orange text is extremely important. Not to make sure you didn't just make a lucky guess earlier. Okay, Will. Fucking hell. I know orange text is the last one. Okay. Screw you. Oh boy, I think it's the first one. Fuck you, Will. Okay. Who's the new villain? Is the dog. This dog, right? So this game, right? You're like, you forgot your memories, right? And then you woke up, you met this dog. His name is Will. You're both gods, right? And your whole thing is like, uh, opening letters sent to you by the humans and trying to solve their problems. And then now I'm in a tutorial where I have to do it again. They're really testing me to pay attention to every single thing. This is so freaking cruel. I hate it. How did you feel? Annoyed, William. Everything felt so unreal. Have I always been living here? And has the sky always been so red? It's even snowing outside. The weather is so weird. I have no memories of any of this. Is any of this real? Of course, don't worry about it. Your memories will come back to you slowly. Anyway, don't you think this job is perfect for you? What anime? And isn't it too hard? It isn't too hard either, isn't it? That's true. It is more interesting than I thought. What's interesting indeed, it's also rather serious. From now on, I won't repeat myself anymore. Some of my previous instructions can be found in the help menu. The content in the help menu will also grow as you learn more about your job. However, you might not be able to find everything you need there. For instance, if you forget or didn't pay attention to what I've told you, you might never be able to hear it again. So the truly important information, as you see here, will be highlighted in orange text. Things in orange text are extremely important. When you see something in orange, You should always slow down your reading and pay extra attention. Now answer fast. Which of the following words were highlighted in orange? Truly important information. Correct. The orange text, may appear not only in my words, but occasionally in the human letters as well. Human letters might include some text in other colors too, such as yellow and blue. Yellow text highlights digital messages in a text message or email, while the blue text, orange, text message or email, blue text. However, the orange text, however, emphasizes on something else. I'll explain to you later. You won't remember it all if I say too much right now. So in the end, you just need to remember that the orange text is extremely important. Now to make sure you just didn't make lucky guess earlier, we're going to have another quiz. Which of the following phrases were highlighted in orange in my previous dialogue? Orange, text, message or email, blue text. I was completely wrong the first time. Oh boy, I think it's the second one? Correct. Whew, thank goodness. It looks you have truly mastered what I have taught you so far. You are truly my master. Aside from the orange text, in normal mode, you'll also see and notice a lot of red text. If you read those words carefully, you might find some clues that would help you solve the puzzle. In normal mode, such clues will be highlighted in red. They might help you with your deductions. If you ever find yourself stuck in a puzzle with no idea how to proceed, pay attention to the red text and you'll surely be able to make progress. Alright, it seems like you should do just fine now. And I can take it easy too now. I believe as you go along with your task, you'll eventually make the right decisions. Besides, I can see that you have already made a choice. A choice? Yes. I told you at the beginning that handling the prayers from humans is our job. However, whether to help them or not, and how exactly you want to change their fate is completely up to you. I see that you've chosen an S ending for them all. That means you're choosing the path of absolute kindness. Well, they were asking me for help. Of course I would. Are you telling me? What's the alternative? They should be torture them instead? Not necessarily. I just want to remind you that the path of absolute kindness is not an easy one. Especially when you receive letters from two different people. You have to make the endings for both sides an S. Simply streaming an S ending for just one of them won't be good enough. In other words, you have to solve two people's problems at the same time. I see, well. Oh no! There was orange text! Oh no! I'm screwed! Please, William. Mercy. Your name is Smith. Okay. Your god can manipulate people's fates through stories and puzzles. That's why I call you Myth. You might not know this yet, but you're actually quite popular in the human world. Just because there's like myth and legends, is that why? They're all referred to me instead. Some of the urban legend that have been circulating are stories about you. Oh, I didn't know I was so impressive. You know, I seem to have forgotten a lot of things, and I'm still adapting and trying to learn. I do feel like helping people, and that makes me happy. If I work very hard, could I possibly grant wishes of everyone in the world? Everyone, well, you'll be buried in all their letters first. However, if you try your best, you should be able to shape the world a little closer to your liking at the very least. I'll try my best. Well, from now on, let me know if you have any questions. Okay. Opening? Now it's major rated, so I'm not sure how dark it'll get. Jimmy? So many names at once, I can't. It's orange. This guy's important. Carlos. Carlos is really important. Not quite orange. Carlos. Wait, this is so chunky. Will is so chunky. Okay, let's see what letters we're getting today.
神，请帮帮我！
为什么会这样？
Porque siempre me pasa esto.
부처님, 나도 좀 도와줘요.
So they're from everywhere in the world, not just. But it's like China, right? I heard like Korean as well. Let's go with Liu Wen first. What? They're connected? My new partner and first day at school. Okay. Wait, how do I say yes to this? There we go. This problem was so difficult. I stared at the test and it looked like some kind of ancient curse, torturing my fragile mind. A box of chocolate milk suddenly appeared on my desk. My favorite. I opened it up and started drinking. It was delicious. Li Wen, what are you doing during an exam? Miss Yang pointed her face at my desk. My eyes went wide. There was no test. No, Miss Yang. Not even my favorite drink, chocolate milk. I was lying in my own bed, still wearing the t-shirt I had put on for tennis last night. How had I fallen asleep like this? Suddenly, I remembered that I found some strange things at my door last night. I carefully opened the door and looked outside. There was nothing. Was it all a dream? In any case, what time is it? I checked the clock on the wall. It was 10 past 9. I rushed to the school as fast as possible. The second period had just begun. It was tennis class today. Our school is famous for its emphasis on the so-called quality education, which meant that unlike other schools, we had classes in stuff like tennis, art, and so on. Even for senior students, so they could get exercise and release some of their stress from schoolwork. Many seniors enrolled these classes, though everyone had bet their whole lives on the upcoming Gaokao. Oh my god, this wall of text, it's killing me. National Higher Education Entrance Examination is an annually held national exams in mainland China. Okay, so it's like an yearly exam. However, I still had no idea what I want to do in the future, nor what major I would be interested in. I suppose I would just go with the flow. I carried the racket under my arm and ran to the tennis court. Usually I would just do some hitting practice during the class, but today, I was here with a purpose. Last time I'd accidentally hit the knucklehead Rocky from class 3 when I had been practicing my serve. He insisted that I had done it on purpose and challenged me to match to settle the score. What kind of obsessive, obnoxious man was this? Well, today was the day of our duel. I had agreed to his proposal, with 30 balls of chocolate milk as a wager. My favorite. We played a doubles match for one set, and we got to pick a partner for the opponent. I picked Wang Qiang as Rocky's partners first. He was probably the weakest out of all the people present today. My darling chocolate milk, here I come. Rocky pointed to someone behind me. You'll partner with him then. I turned around, and I saw someone who was looking petrified. Someone who I've never even met. The stranger introduced himself as Jimmy. He had just been transferred from Hong Kong today. Huh? A transfer student in the last semester of a senior year? And from Hong Kong, no less. That's peculiar. Never mind, I needed to win my chocolate milk first. Since he had enrolled in class, he could be really good. Maybe this would be my lucky day. Just one game later, I realized I had been kidding myself. That sneaky Rocky. He must have known this guy didn't know how to play at all. Wang Qiang might only be a 2.0, but that would make Jimmy a 0.2. He barely even know how to hold a racket. No matter, for my precious chocolate milk I have to do it alone. Half an hour later, we were at a tiebreaker. The score was 7-8, their match point. If I could win this next point, I still had a chance. However, I have to go buy chocolate milk myself at 7-Eleven. I was standing on the right side at the back. My head was soaking wet and sweat was dripping down my ponytail to my shirt. Jimmy was standing to my left side of the net, and I could see he was sweating through the back of his shirt too. Here came the ball. It was aimed at the center of the board court to my left. I squeezed the racket in my hand. Sudden twist of my ankle. Swing. I fell to the ground and completely hit the ball. Even worse, it went straight to Jimmy's back. The back of Jimmy's head, and Jimmy fainted. Oh no, did I just give him a concussion? But I clearly remember that he was standing much further left, wasn't he? Huh. So he rushed forward. My name's Jimmy. Today is my first day at Yingyan High School as a senior. I flew from Hong Kong to Beijing only a few days ago. On my first night, my suitcase, which held my laptop, still hadn't arrived at the hotel. I was bored out of my mind, and decided to go down to the arcade to kill some time. There? Oh my god, you are the stalker, aren't you? I saw the girl with long hair. She had come into the arcade with a basket of tennis balls, and she was sweating from head to toe. She went to get the Sir Spotty doll from the claw machine. I wanted to get it too, but earlier there had been a couple hogging the machine for a long time. Throughout my childhood, my father would always buy me something I wanted. He was using Game Boys, computers, and stuff like that, nothing outrageous. So I never really understood the feeling of wanting something so badly without being able to get it. I looked at her from a distance. I watched her fail and keep trying over and over again. Her expression looked so funny and so cute. I felt a strange urge. I had gone to an all-boys school in Hong Kong, and also wasn't someone who liked to go out that much. I'd never really met very many girls. I had never really learned how to pick up girls. So they felt different. I really thought she was extremely cute. I had a special feeling about her I didn't even really understand myself. It was love at first sight. I didn't want to miss a chance of getting to know her. I mustered all my courage and decided to get her attention. I wrote down my email address on a piece of paper, then bought a drink and cup, quietly left the cup on the counter of the claw machine, with a note under the cup. Now I just had to wait for her to respond. The first night, I didn't get an email. It must have been too late. She could wrote me back the next day, I thought. The second day, all I got was junk mail. The third day, maybe she had lost the note by accident. Maybe she had to wash it in her laundry. Maybe I could find out what her email address was instead. All I had to do was hack into the cashier system of the arcade. I could find information on all the customers who had paid for tokens using mobile banking. I could get more than just her email address, like their real address and bank accounts. So I did it. I mustered all my courage once again and wrote her an email. Yet, maybe she didn't really use her email. I told my father that I wanted to transfer to the school. Yeah, Jimmy's like out of control. It really mattered to him, and that school happened to be quite good too, so he agreed almost immediately. If he had known the truth, he would have slapped me in the face and called me a disgrace. I had also found out she liked playing tennis, so of course, I bought myself a tennis racket immediately. And finished reading all 42 volumes of the manga, The Kid of Tennis. Japanese anime comedy series. Is this real? The Kid of Tennis? Wait, I'm gonna Google that. Shut up. The Prince of Tennis. Weekly Shonen Jump. So kinda. But I would have never thought that I would get a chance to partner with her in doubles match on my first date at new school. I'm so lucky. And I also never realized that, well, everything in the manga was a lie. The only time I ever touched the ball, I hit the referee. Crap, I suck so bad. She must hate me now. We ended up in a tiebreaker for the match. I had read about this in the manga. Basically, it was a quick way to decide the winner when both sides had been evenly matched. If it wasn't for me, she would have already won easily. The ball was coming again. It was a fast one. It was flying towards my right side. I was so nervous my hand was shaking uncontrollably. I tried my best to hold the racket steady as I could. I took a step to the right. I rushed forward. I took a step to the right almost out of instinct, but I still let the ball pass. I haven't tried to hit the ball. Even if I try to hit the ball, it will never go in. From behind me, I heard her hitting the ball. Good job! But before I could finish my thought, I felt a sudden shock of numbness and pain from the back of my head. I completely blacked out. I was in the infirmary when I woke up. It was already noon. I looked around. There was no one else in the room but the school nurse. Oh, Jimmy. What did you think was gonna happen? Jimmy. Okay, Jimmy. I do not like you at all. But you are funny. Okay. Let's think about this. A sudden twist of my ankle happened, right? Ow! And I swing, right? You took this rush forward, took a step to the right. Let's think about it. They swing, right? They hit the ball, boom, and then they twist the ankle after they hit the ball, which means they hit it properly. But then afterwards they get injured. If it's the other way around, they get injured, they hit, and they would probably give an easy ball for the enemy. The ball's coming, a fast one. I rushed forward. This is the part where I feel like, alright, I can do that. It's to their left. So if I make her go right, that's the wrong way. I can make her rush forward. So she's faster. She swing and then hurt her ankle. Or I could make him hurt his ankle. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, Jimmy. Even worse, the ball went straight to Jimmy's head. Jimmy passed out. Oh no, did this give him concussion? But I can remember he was standing much further left, wasn't he? What? 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 Maybe I should make him swing. Make him the hero. You know? He took a step to the right, rushed forward, and swing. While she hurt her ankle. I saw my record with my eyes closed. The ball flew over the baseline and was out. I did overestimate myself. Jimmy took swing to the ball. The ball flew out the baseline. Out. 7-9. We lost. I lost. My precious dirty box of chocolate milk. Bad ending. I knew it. Let me do this real quick. Mr. Magic Bean 420. Goodbye. They need to twist their ankle first, then took a step to the right. You rush forward and swing. That way he is on the ground already. No, I took a step and then he fell. Because if he took it first and he stand up and go right again, it doesn't make sense. Hello? What? What? Eh? Wait, what? Wait, wait, let's think about this. I can't make her go to the right, because she's on the left. It's the left side, right? It doesn't make sense. She needs to swing. He needs to duck. So I have to do this. What if I just rush forward? Swing, then take a step to the right. Because the swing is done already. I took a swing at the ball, but I almost tripped. I take another step to stop myself from falling over. Then the ball flew over the net, kissed the baseline, compressed, and bounced up. Then I was stuck in the weird fence around the court. Yay, match point saved! Rocky was a sneaky bastard. With Jimmy barely able to move, he was now aiming every ball at him. But Jimmy was able to get out of my way almost every time, even with a twisted ankle. We were coordinating surprisingly well. After a while, Monkey Island was left standing there too. The game had become a singles match with me and Rocky. Maybe Jimmy was a lucky charm, because we eventually won the game 15-13. What a great partner. I had won my chocolate milk. Yippee! I fell to the ground and my ankle hurt like hell. Fortunately, we still won the point thanks to her. Our opponents were hitting the ball towards me almost exclusively, but Lee-Wan was too good. And eventually we won. More importantly, Sharon Oban gave me a high five. I wasn't just daydreaming about this. She really did just give me a high five. I'm so happy. Her hand felt so warm. I would never forget that moment. We're practically married now. Easy. Okay, who are these two? My name's Carlos. I'm 18 years old. It was a big day. I'm finally gonna leave Mexico. Uncle Deb, who had always helped out at the orphanage, and Auntie Benita, who was a matron of the orphanage, used to tell me that if I ever wanted to go to a foreign country, I would need to have a passport first. And then, I would need a visa. Finally, I could go to the airport and buy a ticket. Then I could fly wherever I wanted to go. I had got my passport and apparently going to Hong Kong. Apparently going to Hong Kong didn't require a visa. All I needed was a plane ticket. Uncle Deb and I headed out early, before the sun even came out. He had been driving me through the mountains for 6 hours to get to the international airport. He then stuffed a couple of warm burritos wrapped up in paper into my backpack before I said goodbye. I didn't know when I would ever see him again. I really miss him. Okay. I walked to the airport. I couldn't help slowing down in admiration. The place was so big. No wonder the tickets were so expensive. I needed to ask someone to tell me where I could buy a ticket. I bumped into another man. 3 boxes he was carrying all fell to the ground. I helped him pick up the boxes and stack them. I hope nothing inside got broken. The man was wearing a pair of glasses with golden frames. He seemed like a nice person. He took the boxes out of my hand and was not mad at me at all. He just nodded and walked away. He really was nice. Even though there were signs in the airport, I couldn't read any of them. I walked around twice if I could find the ticket counters. The ticket cost over 10,000 pesos, just like Uncle Dev had told me. I had all my savings with me, including the money my parents and sister left me, as well as what I had earned during my part-time jobs. It was only meant a little over 20,000 pesos altogether. However, something terrible happened. I couldn't find my wallet. I couldn't remember checking to make sure I had it when I left. Maybe I had dropped it in Uncle Deb's car? I ran outside the airport. I saw the man whom I had bumped into earlier. He was still wandering around with those 3 boxes. Was he lost? But I didn't have time to worry about him. I had to go check if Uncle Deb had already left. I couldn't find him anywhere outside the airport. He probably headed back. I had to walk towards the mountains along the road when we had arrived on. I had my backpack on, feeling awful. It wasn't a popular road, and it was already too late. There's no other cars inside. I hoped that I could get the ride tomorrow morning. Oh, was I so unlucky. What is Mexico? It is a big country in the west. West or west? Do we live in the east? No, of course not, we don't live in that world, so there's no east or west anywhere. The earth is just round planet, so east and west is all relative. Relative? That doesn't make any sense. Do you mean that Mexican people would say that their own countries in the west too? Or now she's confusing me too. Oh, by the way, the writers of the earlier letters, are they from China? I always feel strange closeness to when I think of China. Mexico feels more. I didn't because you're wearing that dress. More people write to us from China, maybe? I think Chinese people are all over the earth. Oh my god. Okay, there are even a lot of them in every country, really. So, is this letter written in Chinese too? As well as the other earlier ones? Because they look all the same to me. Oh no, this is our language. In fact, people who wrote to us from many countries, they would use their they would use different languages. But once we receive them, they are all automatically translated to English. Oh wow, being a god is so convenient. Okay, next letter. My name is Chang, and I recently graduated from Korean Police Academy. I'm 23 years old. It was my first day reporting to the Busan Police District precinct. I had realized that I overslept until my Sir Spotty alarm, Sir Spotty, had gone off for the 10th time. I jumped out of bed, slipped into my pants and shirt, rushed out of the door, and I closed my hand. I even knocked over my neighbor's flowers by accident. Sorry, I'll clean it up later. I'm running late. I was 45 minutes late when I finally got to the station. The captain was sitting behind a desk. He squeezed a kids these days out of his mouth and seemed to lose any energy or interest to even speak to me. Then I was transferred to the archives. Computers, okay. How could I have overslept on my first day? Please help me fix this, please, please. Becoming a member of the criminal investigation department has always been a dream since my childhood. I don't want to go back to the archives. Well, criminal investigation is a place where police try to solve cases and catch bad. Please succeed, I want to solve cases too. This is Mashita. They're not even interacting with one another. It's only one. Does he bump into a suspect or something? I noticed there was a sign ahead, although I couldn't read it. I had a feeling that it must be pointing to the ticket counters. I always had the great instincts, haha. The tickets cost over 10 pesos, just like Uncle Dad had told me. I had all my savings with me, including the money my parents and sister had left me, as well as what I had earned during my part-time jobs. It was only a little over 20,000 pesos altogether. I had hoped I would be able to come back someday. 3 hours later, with a booming noise, the airplane took off. I felt something suddenly pushing me into the seat cushion. I could see Mexico City becoming smaller and smaller outside the window. An orphanage in Monte blah 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 had turned into a small white dot. Suddenly, I started to feel nervous. My mind was racing. What if the plane went down? I hoped it would fall in the ocean so I could still swim back, but the seatbelt thing was so annoying. And if I couldn't untie it, I would be dragged into the water with the plane. I heard there was something called insurance, but they would pay a lot of money if someone died. I should get that money. Maybe it would be enough for Alicia to buy a new house in Mexico City. This was when my brain was spinning with all of these questions. A beautiful lady asked if I could like some water. Oh no 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 no. I checked my wallet again. There was only a little over 10,000 pesos left. From now on I'm thinking, it's free! It's free! I heard everything was really expensive in Hong Kong. I must save up before I could find Alicia. I'm coming to find you. I heard the voice of a woman screaming in the crowd. Stop him, he got my purse! I looked down at the man I had bumped into was holding a woman's purse. She tried pushing me away. As a policeman defending justice, how could I let a criminal escape the judgment of the law? I grabbed his collar. Take this, ora! I took the bastard down to the police station. I ended up late, of course, but the captain let me off the hook for stopping the robber. Captain Gong glanced at the bloodstains on my shirt, gave a faint smile, and asked me why I wanted to become a police officer. I stood up straight, put my hands up on my back, held my head high, and replied firmly, to defend justice. The captain scratched his balding head and smiled. Go report to Unit 4. What? Unit 4? I felt my heart start to sink. was start to sink. My heart sank. I had heard so many rumors about Unit 4, even when I was still in a police academy. Da 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 da. Okay. There's more endings to this, guys. History. Smart girl. Every ending you come across is archived here. When you run into something that's too complicated, try referring to history for inspiration. Okay, let's think about this. Nah, I don't know. I don't want to think about it.
如果时间可以重来，
Strange teacher, Wen Zhao Red, right? Art teacher,
Porque siempre me pasa esto.
my sister,
Natasha,
kidnapping. Oh my god, I'm kinda exhausted already from this, honestly. I'm gonna cut it short for today. I need to do other things. It's an interesting game. I definitely think I need to be more ready for it. Today's just not the day. I do want to get to this guy more. So far, the interesting characters like Liu En and I guess Jimmy, I guess the most interesting one. I'm guessing soon we'll meet more people here. Because they're also in they're in Hong Kong right now, right? Jimmy's from Hong Kong. They moved to China. So they're still in Hong Kong. This guy's, I assume, still in Korea. And then eventually there'll be a case that'll move everyone closer to one another, I assume. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. Well, thanks for stopping by today's stream. It's a short one, but I don't feel like it today. I can't really talk at all with what's it called? The blister on my mouth thing. I forgot what it's called today, the canker or something. Yeah. I'm gonna stop for now. What do you mean, eh? My mouth is not doing well. It's not a nice experience talking like this. Yeah. I'll stream again later. What's it called? I'll put the schedule next week and we have 2 sessions for this, like usual. And I'll stream more, 2 hours and just an hour. But yeah, for now it'll be a shorter one. This thing is like an introduction stream. You know? I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.